Hi, my name is Harlie Mosley, and this is my presentation on becoming an attorney in California. My career goal is to first become an attorney in California, then work my way towards a family law specialist. This goal has many steps, including pre-law education, law school, passing the California State Bar exam, working as an attorney and developing my reputation, and passing the certification process to be a family law specialist. I have always had a strong interest in the legal system and how it can help people. If you are not familiar with how the legal system operates, it can be intimidating and confusing, especially when you're already going through a stressful situation, for example, child custody issues. I enjoy learning about the legal system and its procedures. After being a family law paralegal for several years, it became clear to me that I wanted to help people in this area. When I first started my journey to becoming an attorney, I was not certain of what area of law I would practice in, but I am now certain that it is family law. Not only do I want to be a family law attorney, but I want to be a certified family law specialist. The first step to my goal is education. According to lawyersedu.org, you must meet the following requirements to be accepted into most law schools in California. You must have completed high school and have completed 2 years of undergraduate studies. The California State Bar does not specify which area of study is required, but areas that seem to be most relevant are business, humanities, history, social science, and legal studies. Once you have completed your undergraduate studies, you have to pass the law school admissions test. An important part of your education is obtaining a high school diploma. When your goal is to go to law school, it is important to obtain your actual diploma and not just pass an equivalency test. It is further preferred if you maintain a 3.0 or higher grade point average during high school. After high school, your next step is undergraduate school. Choosing your undergraduate school is a personal choice that varies widely. Sometimes this choice is based on what the law school you're looking to attend prefers as your undergraduate studies. Sometimes this choice is based on the area that you live in. There are many other factors that can determine your choice. I chose to get my associate's degree in paralegal studies. I chose this route because I wanted to get my foot in the door to the legal community in my area while pursuing my law degree. This is a decision that I am thankful for every day. Being a paralegal has further fueled my passion for the law and has helped me network with other professionals in my field. It has allowed me to work with clients, draft legal documents, gain invaluable knowledge from my employer, and much more. I am now attending American Public University System to earn my bachelor's degree in legal studies. The next step to getting into law school is taking the law school admissions test, better known as the LSAT. This test covers reading comprehension, analytical reasoning, and logical reasoning. Which law school you will be accepted to really depends on how well you did in your undergraduate education and your score on the LSAT. If you are planning to go to a certain law school, it is important to know that school's requirements and preferences. Most law schools require that you have maintained a good GPA from high school through undergraduate school. A 3.0 GPA is good, but a lot of law schools want to see a higher GPA. Choosing which law school you will attend may seem hard, but surviving law school is the real challenge. Law school is extremely demanding and time-consuming, not to mention it's very expensive. If you are not ready for this commitment, then you should not waste your money. During your undergraduate studies and LSAT preparation, you have probably developed many useful skills, but law school is a whole different world, and you have to be prepared for the commitment. Law school is challenging in many different ways. I have heard many people who have went through law school say that if you can survive the first year, you will make it. 1L is a book by Scott Turow about his first year at Harvard Law School. Although this book was written in 1998, it is still a helpful and insightful book for new law school students. Once you have completed law school, the next step is passing the California State Bar exam. Preparing for the California State Bar exam can take many months. The test covers many legal areas such as business associations, civil procedure, community property, constitutional law, contracts, criminal law and procedure, evidence, professional responsibility, real property, remedies, torts, trusts, wills and succession, uniform commercial code, business, evidence, ethics, and much more. The exam is an 18-hour test spread out over 3 days. The cost for this exam is typically $680. Once you have passed the state bar exam, you will be issued a license to practice law in California. Hopefully by the time you complete law school, you will have an idea of what area of law you would like to practice in. It can be challenging to start building your clientele and a good reputation for yourself. My career as a paralegal has helped me network within the legal community in my area. My boss would like to retire shortly after I graduate law school and would like me to take over his clients in his office. I am very thankful for this, but typically it is not that smooth of a transition. It can take lawyers many years to build their reputation and clientele. It is important to know the demand for attorneys in your geographical area as well as typical salary. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, California has more practicing attorneys than any other state. The average income for California attorneys is approximately $162,000 to $110,000 per year and varies depending on area. Employment demand for attorneys in California is about 11 jobs in every 1,000 jobs. During my research process, I came across an article in the American Journal of Family Law written by Lonnie Bowdy. In this article, he outlines many tips for being a successful family law attorney. A few of them that really stood out to me were to love what you do not procrastinate, treat everyone the way you want to be treated with respect and dignity, whether you believe that they deserve it or not, office efficiencies, preparation is the key. Don't lose one family for another. Getting too involved with your family law clients and putting your family second can greatly affect your family life. Do not take on too many clients. This will prevent you from being able to spend adequate time on each case. According to Cassandra Weidenhoff, family law is a complex field in which change sometimes seems to be the only constant. For this reason, the State Bar of California recognizes family law to be a certifiable area of specialization. If you want to become a specialist in a certain area of law, there are procedures you must follow. I want to be a family law specialist, and the steps to doing this are that immediately prior to applying to be a specialist, you must demonstrate consistent active involvement in the family law practice for at least 5 years. You must have completed 45 educational units specifically approved for family law within the 3 years immediately prior to the submission of your application. You need to submit Part 1 of your application timely and pass the initial exam. Part 2 of the application must be submitted no later than 18 months after you pass the exam. In Part 2, the applicant is required to offer the names of 3 references who are familiar with the work experience on which the applicant has relied in fulfilling his or her task requirements. Each reference is asked to give the names of 2 new references who are familiar with the applicant's adeptness at family law. If your application is approved, you will be certified by the State Bar of California Board of Legal Specialization. This certification must be renewed every 5 years, and you have to keep up to date with your continued legal education.
As a family law attorney, helps families in crisis. And I think that's a great perspective for family law attorneys to have. I'm not here to necessarily win. I'm here to help the family resolve their problems, get through this system, and in a perfect world, after a divorce and after a custody battle, if there is one, mom and dad years later can sit next to each other and dance at their children's wedding without wanting to kill each other.
There are many steps to becoming a family law attorney in California. It all starts with your education. Knowing what educational requirements are needed to apply to the State Bar of California before making your educational choices is essential for success. It is very important to always maintain high ethical standards and keep focused. I am truly thankful that I get to help people through my job as a paralegal, and I look forward to doing even more when I am a practicing attorney.